Hello, friends. Welcome to your weekly Motivational Moments with Eric Vickery, President of Coaching at All-Star Dental Academy. We're going through our heroes, our leaders acronym, and understanding what this means for us each week. So the greatest leaders have both ends of the spectrum. And this week, we're going to focus in on our optimism, being optimistic. Now, what we have to be careful of is you have to be optimistic yet also realistic. Now, notice what word we're not using is pessimistic. Nobody likes to be around a Debbie Downer, negative Nelly type person who's just being super negative about everything. You have to really be conscious and use your emotional intelligence to pay attention here. So this is where your self-awareness comes into play. This is where your relationship management comes into play. So what is your optimism like? Is it real? Is it realistic? Just like when we set goals, they have to be a realistic goal. So I want to be optimistic, but I don't want to be ignorant. So, how is your optimism? How are you encouraging others? How are you looking to find solutions? And most importantly, how are you looking to listen? How are you listening to the team around you? How are you listening to your patients around you, even your family? And how do you convert that into an optimistic response? When someone brings you a challenge, remember, you're going to acknowledge that you heard it. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. And then you turn it into a question. Let me ask you this. And you can take any negative response you're getting and you're going to turn it into a positive. Or you could do an introduction, which we worked on several videos back, where we talked about having a powerful introduction to any conversation. So I just want to sit down, have a conversation with you, and figure out how we can be the best dynamic duo moving forward. What does it look like for us in the future to be the greatest we can be? Let's sit down and have that conversation. That's about turning negative into a positive. With your patients, somebody calls to cancel an appointment. You could be optimistic about that and also realistic. Oh, well, is everything okay? We're worried about you. Hold on one second while I get your chart. All those same verbal skills we worked on in relationship management, they all still work here in being an optimistic leader. So this week, I really want you to focus on not being overly optimistic, right? Don't be ignorant, but I also really want to avoid the negativity. Negativity sounds like, it's doom and gloom. It's not even in my vocabulary. I can't even tell you what it sounds like, but I know it when I see it. And nobody wants to be around that. That's not attractive. That's not magnetic. We're looking to have a magnetic personality so we can have influence. That will refer more patients to you. That will create a happier team. That will create a happier culture for everyone to work in. So effective communication is going to be your superpower here with being optimistic. So if you want to work on your leaders, all of the doctors out there, remember we have our leadership retreat January 24th and 25th every year. Just email me, Eric at allstardentalacademy.com. This year in 2025, it'll be in Florida. All right, guys, have a great week.